Hi, my name is Becca. Welcome to Raising Them Simply. Here we share all about our secular homeschool as a family of 5. Today we're going to chat about morning menus. Now, I did mention briefly several months ago about how we stopped doing morning menus because they did not work for us. Now we have since changed that and we have jumped back on the bandwagon and we have started our morning menus again. Now, before I get to what we do for our morning menus and how they work for our family, for our school, I want to chat a little bit about why we stopped doing morning menus to begin with, in case you're kind of on the fence about whether or not you want to add this into your homeschool routine. So, if you are following anyone on YouTube or a homeschool content creator on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, I feel like everyone talks about morning menus and it's the very idyllic, everyone's sitting at the table, they have their menus out, they're doing their morning work, mom's drinking coffee, everything's chill, and that's great. I am so glad for those families that it works like that for them. It does not for us. I originally wanted to start morning menus because I thought that having some slow and intentional time to kind of wake up your brain doing easy things would help jumpstart our homeschool day and have our homeschool day run more smoothly. Now, that did not work for us at all because it just wore out my son even more and made it even more frustrating when it came time to actually doing school. Now, right now we have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old that are doing morning menus. And in case you're new here, my oldest has dyslexia. Now, when we were doing these morning menus, I did not know he had that. And so all of school was just a struggle. We have since, found that out, changed our curriculum so that it best fits for him. And school has been going great. And now that all of that dust has kind of settled, I've realized that there's some other things that are lacking in our homeschool that I wanted to incorporate back in, not as like an everyday thing, but a couple days a week that the morning menu would work best for. So, we will go ahead with my oldest morning menu here. I got a template off of, I'm not sure if it was Etsy or Teachers Pay Teachers. I will link whichever one I got down below. You do not need to purchase something for morning menus. I have since started using Canva for pretty much everything. And if I would have had Canva then, I would have just created my own thing. It's really, really hard, I found out, to find morning menu stuff that is secular. So I just picked the best one. I chew the meat, spit out the bones type of person when it comes to curriculum. But I will link what I have down below if that is what, if you're kind of looking for the same thing. So these are I got a 2-pack of menus off of Amazon. I can link those down below for you as well, but it's nice because you could use dry erase markers and erase it. That's kind of the theme for these. You can also just do sheet protectors and do dry erase markers. It would work just as fine if you don't want to go ahead and purchase the menu. So it's kind of hard to see, but on the first page here, we've got a calendar. There's tracing lines for January and for 20, and then I left this blank so that my son can write 2025. And then on these sheets of paper, I just do pencil for the numbers for the month. That way I can erase it and I don't have to print out a new month every time. So my son has to trace out January, write out the year, and we have a different calendar that's on our wall for our homeschool area. And so he has to find the date on here, circle it, and then we'll say, for example, today is Monday, January 13th, 2025. So he's kind of getting used to saying the date and what it looks like to actually find something on a calendar. And then on this next page here, We don't always do the entire page, but same kind of thing. He has to search for the month, circle the day. This is an area for him to practice writing out the actual date, like actually writing everything out and the different formats for that. And then we have started learning time. So that's one of the reasons why I actually picked out this template, was because it had the 2 different clocks on here, so he can practice that as well. And then we've got a weather sheet where he has to, circle what it looks like outside, the season, and then a thermometer here so he can actually do the temperature. And then we just ask Siri what the temperature is, and then he has to fill out the thermometer there. And it's the same kind of thing to practice with that. Now, the next page I'm not going to show you for privacy reasons, but on this next page, we have his full name written out, his birth date, mine and my husband's phone numbers, and our address. I wanted a consistent way for him to be practicing writing it. I wanted him to have practice writing out his full name, not just his first name. And then for emergencies, I felt like it was really important that he should know both mine and my husband's phone numbers and then our address. So that way, if he were in a situation where he couldn't find us or something, he would know that information to tell a trusted adult. So there's that there. And then we've got a hundreds chart. So we do math with confidence, and there is a like a review portion for memory work at the beginning of each lesson. And so my plan kind of with this is that we're going to dedicate a sheet for whatever memorization work for math is needed in here, so that even if we don't do math that day, he's reviewing that concept more frequently. So if it's counting by tens that we're practicing, we'll count by tens, or maybe I'm just having him count from 1 to 50, or maybe we're going to do skip counting by twos, or whatever it is, it's on here. We might switch this out and do pictures of coins or money. That's what we're going to do for math here. Now, on the last page here, last year for kindergarten, we did do Blossom and Roots art and history of me kind of combination that they did. I plan on doing a video coming up eventually about my review on that, but that curriculum didn't really work for us. But I did really want us to still, listen to classical music and look at some pictures and different things and just kind of learn about that stuff. But I wanted it more relaxed. So for this page, what I did is I took that for the art, for Blossom and Root art. I took out the composers and artists that I was okay with us learning about, and I just typed up a little bit of snippet because they've got like a biography type page on each person for those curriculum. I picked and chose what I wanted to put on here, and then I did a picture for them. So for this, I plan on just a couple of times while we do this to look at the picture. We'll read about, so we've got Claude Monet, and then we've got Scott Joplin. We'll listen to the composer's music in the background while we do math or whatever, and then for the artist, we can learn about it. And on the back page, I have some of Monet's paintings that he's done so that we can look at those and kind of chat about it. So I plan on switching this stuff out about every month or so for the things that need to, or as things become a little more monotonous or we need to change it up. I plan on doing this about once a month. I know some people change it out more or less frequently than that, but my son does get bored easily, and so that's kind of the tentative plan, and that's his morning menu. Now, like I mentioned, I have a 3-year-old. She just turned 3 in November. She has been chomping at the bit to be doing school. She has to do school every day. She sees her big brother doing it, and she just wants something. So I went ahead and created a morning menu for her as well. this is something, if she says she wants to do it, she can do it. But I'm not forcing her to do it or anything by any means. She's still pretty young. So she's got the same cover here for her morning menu. Excuse me. And then she just has a blank calendar. Obviously, don't expect her to go through this, but she wanted hers to look more official, kind of like her big brother's. So we've got a calendar here. She just draws pictures of whatever on there. That's fine. And then she's got the same weather chart page as Big Brother. We do talk about the seasons and the weather and what it looks like. And then she just colors whatever she wants to on the thermometer, and that is fine by me. So there is that. And then we, for preschool, we do a letter of the day, except it's more like, for her at this age, it's going to be letter of the month-ish, or whenever I change this out. So her letter of the day is A right now. So, and she's been doing really well, actually. She has pretty good penmanship for her age, and she does trace this correctly, and every time she goes, "Mommy, look, I did the alligator," and she gets super excited. So she loves this page. And then the next one, we've got a letter hunt. This I just found on Canva. And so she's got to look inside the letter A. There are other capital A's that she has to circle and color in. So she has that. And then same thing with the letter of the day. We are doing numbers. So she's got 0 on here, and this she just has to trace the zeros, and then the same type of thing for the search and find. She has to find the zeros within here and circle those or color them in, whatever she would like to do. And then on the back page, we just have some tracing practice. Sorry, trying not to get the glare in there, but so she's got tracing practice that she can do on this. And it's just fun for her to feel like she's involved and doing something when her big brother is doing his morning menu. So that is how we are doing morning menus. It is very relaxed. If anything, I plan on doing it maybe twice a week. This is something too that if maybe I have a busy day at work, or we've just got a lot of activities and stuff, my husband can pull these out for them, and it's fairly easy for him to be able to do it as well. So these, so far, we've been doing this for about a week and a half now. It's been going really well. And my son he had already forgotten how to write like our last name and his middle name, and he did not remember our address, which he had memorized prior to us doing stopping the morning menus. So I do think it's a good thing that we can incorporate into this as we go forward, and we start doing Build Your Library again in the fall. And as well, since my son also does scouts and there's memory work and stuff for that, it would be nice to incorporate that kind of stuff into the menu too. And it would be really easy for us to be able to remember to do those things then when they're all bound up in here. This would also be really great if you have an independent reader to say, hey, go do your morning menu, and then they can do that while you're doing something with another child, which would be beneficial as well. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you do morning menus or not. Hit that subscribe button. It is a free way to help support my channel and for you to be notified of future videos, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.